Here in Cricbuzz Comm box in the company of Michael Vaughan was trying and assess what this innings reminded me of. And it reminds me of a vehicle that has got no gears in between, just first gear and fourth gear or fifth gear, because Gayle and Mayank went in fifth gear, and the rest, especially KL Rahul, has just been content, 13 of 23.
Yeah, I mean, all the talk that the Indian players would come to life once the World Cup selection had taken place. Well, KL Rahul is, forget the life, he looks dead and dusty tonight. It's a slow wicket, so I don't think it's easy. I mean, it may be easy just to play the bigger shots, to just knock it around. Because it's slow, it's just grabbing in the surface. There's nothing there just to kind of use your wrist and working it into the gap. So maybe it's the kind of wicket that the bigger shots are easier to play than the ones and twos. So KL Rahul, he's now done the hard work for 10 overs, not got a great deal in terms of the runs column. He's got to bat the majority of the innings. He's got to be the glue, and everyone else has got to play a cameo around it.
Not got the longest batting lineup. If you see, there's Nicholas Puran to come, Mandeep Singh to come, and after that, it's Ashwin and the bowlers. So maybe they've got that in mind, saying that someone like Rahul needs to just bat deep till the end.
Yeah, and it looks like he's playing a cagey game that he almost knows in the back of his mind that they haven't got a great deal of depth, and sometimes that can be a real problem for a batting unit. David Miller's not got a great deal of runs to his name, and he's only just back in the side, so he'll be just wanting a little bit of time in the middle. You're looking at about 150, 160, could be very competitive, but if the dew comes down and it skids onto the bat that little bit faster, well, you feel that they're going to need a few more. So it's that predicament now as a batting unit. Do they gamble to try and get 175, 180? And they may get bowled out for 130, or they just try and knock it around and get 150 and try and defend that. I'd be going for around 160, 170 if I was them.
Well, if there was that choice, we know which side of the fence KL Rahul's on. But a quick word on the bowling. We thought, yes, with all the spinners that are in there and with Tish Sodhi playing, Shreyas Gopal playing, standout again has been Jofra.
Well, he's magnificent. I mean, I know all the talk in the UK is about Jofra Archer, and there's many of the England quicks that are talking about the moral issue of him being picked. They don't want their friends to not be picked. Well, I'm afraid Jofra Archer is just outstanding. If he was available for any country in the world, and I know England have nicked him, and I know they've got a few forms signed a little bit quicker to make sure that he's selected, but you put him available for any country in the world and he gets in any 11 in world cricket. He's that good.
Yeah, so it's really, I mean, looking now at the batting, you've got 2 overs from Jofra Archer. At the start, on MPL Presents Cricbuzz Live, we talked about those key overs, 4, 6, 18, 20, we said. He's already bowled 4 and 6 and likely to bowl 18 and 20.
Yeah, I mean, that's why he's so impressive, because, he bowls the hardest overs, and then he goes and fields in the outfield and puts himself in the hotbed of all the action. He's just taken a nice steepling catch. He's an athlete. Josh Butler said it himself. Ben Stokes has said it. They've been with him for the last few weeks. He makes cricket look very, very simple. Certainly it isn't a game that's very easy, but Jofra Archer's just got that effortless run-up, release of the ball, 90 miles an hour with great slow balls, yorkers at will, bounces at will. He's pretty much got everything.
Yeah, just the final one now. If you are the batting coach now for the team, you obviously want to send a message out to KL Rahul, but you also want to ask the others to say 2 overs of Jofra to come, look for which bowlers to target.
Yeah, well, I think because of the position that they're in, they've almost got to target every bowler. And that car that you talked about, and we had a first gear and a fifth gear, they've got to find fifth gear. Got to try and move it into fifth gear, put the foot down and get some runs on the board.
Yeah, put the foot down. Sometimes maybe putting the foot down can be a little bit hard when you're weighed down by a boarding pass, which you've got stuck in, boarding pass that says Delhi to London or wherever he's flying to London from. So maybe that's weighing him down. Maybe he needs to make it count for himself.